Evening, wherever you are joining from today. Welcome. I'm so excited that you are here today. I just want to wait for like 1 minute so that others can join, and we are going to start shortly. While we are waiting, you can briefly introduce yourself in the chat. I can see Olasubo, Ruth, Brandon, Toby. If you want to introduce yourself in the chat while we wait for others to join. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. We are going to be starting now. Welcome once again. I'm very, very excited to be exploring one of the transformative journey we can undertake. That is transitioning into a career that aligns with our purpose and our aspiration. And each and every one of us here, we have our unique story, we have our skills, and we have a vision for what we want for ourselves. We know what we are passionate about. And you might be thinking about career transition, maybe because you are looking for a better work balance, you are pursuing career growth, or you are striving to align your work with your passion. Today's section is all about empowering you to make that transition with clarity and confidence. So we are going to jump right into it now. So this is the agenda for today. We are going to be talking about understanding the need for a career change, aligning your career with your purpose, embracing change with confidence, and practical tools that you need to stand out in the job market. And at the end, we are going to be doing a question and answer section. And by the end of this webinar, you have actionable tools to help you to make that bold step of transitioning to a career that you really love. I want you, as we start, to look for a pen and a paper or a book to make notes, so that as we go along this webinar, you'll be able to like jot something down, write something down, and also be able to follow the ideas that I'll be sharing today. Once again, thank you for joining. I'm just going to do a little bit of introduction about myself. My name is Ade Oluwayemi. I live in Calgary, and I'm a career transition coach with over 4 years of experience. I myself have also gone through career transition like 3 times. I studied medical laboratory science in the university, and after some time, I transitioned into IT project management. I was in IT project management for about 8 years. And again, I transitioned into nonprofits. I became a program manager within nonprofit organization. So what we are going to be learning today is a framework that will guide you during any type of career transition. Some people might be looking to transition into a different role entirely, or maybe a new industry, a new field, or some might just be looking at getting that promotion even in their current place of work, or maybe in the same industry. This framework fits into any one of those. So the first thing we want to talk about is understanding the need for change. When you want to do career transition, when you want to navigate this journey, you first of all need to understand the reason why you want to take or embark on this journey. Like I said, like it can be because of you are looking for a better work-life balance. Maybe you are looking for more time to be able to spend with your family, or maybe do the hobbies that you like, or you are just seeking role that will give you that flexibility, or a role that is less stressful. You navigating career path can also career transition can also be that you are looking for career growth, so you want more responsibility, or you want to develop some skills or opportunity in your current field or in another field. It can also be like a passion-driven kind of change. You are looking to transition into something that is more fulfilling for you, something that you are passionate about. And you might just be looking for promotion, maybe just in your current organization, you are just looking to take more leadership position or senior leadership position. So whatever the reason that of your change, you need to first of all understand the reason for that change. That is the starting point. You trying to look for the reason for that change. I just want us to do a little bit of activity just in the chat. What is your biggest reason for considering a career change? Is it that you are looking for a better work balance, a career growth, or a passion-driven change, or something that is not like listed on this skill? I'll be looking at the charts. What is your biggest reason for career transitioning? For me, the first one, like when I did the first transition, that is transitioning from medical laboratory to IT project management, I was looking for that better work-life balance. That was why I transitioned. I was looking for a role that is more flexible. But after a while, when I transitioned from IT into nonprofit, it was the third one, looking for something that I'm more passionate about, looking for a something that is passion driven. I can see in this chat that someone said B, that is career growth. Somebody said stretch and growth opportunity. So I love that. So like I said, every one of us, we have different reasons in which we are considering this career change. So now that we understand why we want to take this change, then let's look at how we can align aligning your career with your purpose. When we are talking about aligning your career with your purpose, it helps in such a way that it ensures that the next move or the next leap that you are taking is not just about the job title, but it's about fulfillment and long-term success. If not, if you don't understand that it's about that fulfillment, when you get into that role, you might not be fulfilled. Maybe in like 2-3 months, you're also looking for a way out. So you need to understand that it has to be beyond the job title. You have to transition into something that you are passionate about and is going to fulfill you, and there's long-term success in it. So how do we align our career with our purpose? First of all, you also need to understand your purpose. You need to ask yourself lots of questions. You should be able to define your why. Why am I making this change? Why? What is the impact of this change going to be? What do I value most in life? What am I good at in doing? What activities make me fulfilled? What are the things that I do that makes me fulfilled? If you are able to answer these questions truly and correctly to yourself, you'll be able to understand your purpose. And when you understand your purpose, you have to now do a skill assessment. You need to assess your skills and your interests, because you might be passionate about something, but you might not have the required skill to navigate that transition. So you need to take an inventory of your skill, your strengths, your passion. You also need to make sure that those align. And when you are doing your skill assessment, if you identify any skill that you lack, then you look for a way in which you can acquire that skill. Then the next step in aligning your career with your purpose is also, if you now understood your purpose, you've assessed your skill and your interest, then you need to look for organizations that are aligned with your purpose. You need to look for organizations that align with your purpose. If you are passionate about technology, then you need to look for organizations that are into technology, that are into IT. If you are passionate about finance, then you look for organizations that are also into that. So you identifying your purpose, assessing your skill, then looking for organization that also aligned with those purpose that you have highlighted. Then bridging the gap. I mentioned a little bit about it. Like when you look at your skill and what you are passionate about, there might be some gaps. Maybe you look at the new role that you want to go into, and maybe the requirement for that role is like you must know Microsoft Excel or Microsoft PowerPoint, or you must know a particular CRM, and you don't know that skill or that software. You have to bridge that gap by learning those skill, by developing those skill, or by taking courses or certification in order to bridge that gap that you have identified. Then another way in which you can align your career with your purpose is to network with like-minded people. You need to network with people that also share that purpose. If, for example, if you're you are into, like, maybe you have identified that marketing is what you want to do, marketing is your strength, then you align with people that are already in that field, or maybe they are also trying to enter in that field, or they have also navigated from one career to that field, in order to be able to, for them to share their journey with you, for them to share their experiences with you, for them to be able to guide you in navigating that path. Why aligning your career with purpose matters is that when you are able to align your career with your purpose, there's increase in job satisfaction, because you are doing what you are passionate about. When you wake up in the morning to go to work, you are not like, oh, I don't want to go today. You are not just doing it for the paycheck, but you are also doing something that you are passionate about, and it helps you to build that resilience. Like, even if you are having like a bad day in the office, or maybe you are experiencing burnout, a lot of tasks for you to complete. If it is something that you are passionate about, you find there will be that stress, but the stress will be easier to manage, because it's something that aligns with what you are passionate about. It's something that aligns with your purpose. It also allows you to make meaningful impact in what you are doing, making meaningful impact in your personal growth or in your professional growth. It's help you when you are able to align the career with your purpose. I want to, like, let's look at this example of somebody aligning his career with purpose. John. John is an IT professional. He has several years of experience in software development in a big organization. He's successful, he's doing his work very well, but he does not feel motivated. He wants to do more. He wants to impact the lives of people. What he then realized that his passion is more about using technology to solve real world problems in healthcare. Then he started doing the skill inventory, started assessing his skill to know the kind of skills that he has that can be aligned, that's aligned with his purpose. And he was able to identify his problem solving skills, coding, system integration. Then after doing this skill assessment, he started researching roles in technology and healthcare, where he can integrate his background, his experience, his transferable skill into an organization that align with that purpose. And he identified opportunities in healthcare companies working on electronic medical records and patient care. Then he went on to bridge the gap by enrolling in certification courses on health informatics and to understand industry-specific challenges. He also joined online community. He attended webinars just to be able to network with like-minded professionals that I have mentioned. The takeaway from this example is that aligning your career with your purpose, it often involves leveraging your existing skill. So when you are doing, like, when you are transitioning careers, most of the time, you don't need to start from scratch. You don't need to start from the beginning. You already have transferable skills that can take you to the next phase you are going in your career journey. So you need to identify those existing skills, those transferable skills that you have. Then you will now move into gaining knowledge in the new domain you are moving to. It might be that you are moving into a totally different domain, a totally different industry or sector, or you might even be in the same sector, like John in this example. He's still within the IT space. It's just that he looked for an intersect between IT and healthcare. The next point that we are going to be looking at is embracing change with confidence. We have learned how to align our career with purpose, then embracing change with confidence. For you to be confident in this journey of career transition, you need to embrace that change. I've met so many people, they will be complaining that they are experiencing burnout. They are tired of where they are currently working. They want to transition into another career. But when you ask them, so what role are you looking into? What organization are you looking into? They don't know. They don't have like a clear vision. Everything is just that I want to transition. If you are going to transition with confidence, you need to be able to define your career vision and your goals. And you have to start by creating a clear vision. That vision needs to be clear in such a way that you are not the only one that understands that vision. If you have the opportunity to share that vision with somebody, they also need to be able to understand, because that is how, if you need help, if you need support, the person that is going to help or support you should be able to understand the vision. Then the next thing is you need to set SMART goals. We all know what SMART is. That is a goal that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. You need to set that type of goal. Let's look at an example of a SMART goal here. I'm going to pause for like 2 seconds for us to look at this example. If we look at this example, it says, by March 30, 2025, I will secure a position as a program coordinator in a nonprofit organization by updating my resume and LinkedIn profile by January 15, applying to at least 5 job postings weekly, and attending 2 networking events or informational interviews per month. If you look at this example, it is a SMART goal because, first of all, it is specific. It clearly outlines the desired goal and the industry this person is looking into transitioning into. The role is program coordinator, and the industry is nonprofit organization. The goal is also measurable. You can see numbers: applying to at least 5 job postings weekly and attending 2 networking events. It is measurable. Another thing is that it is achievable. The tasks are realistic and it's aligned with the timeline. I want to get a job by March 30, 2025. Start from now. Update my resume by January 15. You see that it is realistic. It's aligned with the timeline. Someone might be creating a goal and say, maybe I have a background in software development. I can say in 2 months' time, I want to be a medical doctor. That is not realistic. That is not possible. Fine, the goal is okay that I want to be a medical doctor, but it is not achievable within 2 months. I have to go through getting my degree, going to medical school to become a medical doctor. So a SMART goal needs to be achievable. Then another thing about this goal is that it is relevant. You can see that it is what the person is trying to do is relevant to where the person is going. It is also time bound. It says by March 30, 2025, there's a deadline involved. When you put in deadline, it creates that sense of urgency and focus, and it makes your brain to be aligned and also work with that goal with you. When embracing change with confidence, we need to also create a roadmap. We all know what map is. It might be a paper map or a Google map. We need to create a roadmap, something that we guide you through that part of that transition, something that will guide you through that part that will make it clear and easy for you. You need to outline key steps that is required for that goal that you are looking into. It can be acquiring new skills, it can be networking, it can be certifications, it can be job application. So you have to create that roadmap that will guide you into navigating that change. Let's look at an example of a roadmap. See, using that program coordinator role as example. This is just like a short roadmap. If you are creating a roadmap, it needs to be more detailed than this. But with this example, this roadmap is divided into 3 phases. The phase 1 is going to be the preparation phase. You can see that there's like timeline. Phase 2 is active job search. Phase 3 is interview and selection process. And also putting in there that you'll be tracking progress along the way. So you creating the map is going to help you in navigating that change with confidence. Then when also navigating change with confidence, another thing that we need to do is to learn how to overcome challenges. When we are navigating, when there's a change involved, there's going to be some challenges that we need to learn how to overcome. For example, we need to know how to manage fear and self-doubt. When you want to go into trying to do a new thing, maybe going into a new field or taking a new role or taking more responsibility, most of the time that fear setting, self-doubt setting, and you'll be like, am I good enough? Am I going to be able to do this thing that I have said I can do? So many things will be going through our mind. You need to know how to manage this fear and this self-doubt. You can try like different techniques like mindfulness, use positive affirmations to talk yourself through it, and use visualization. Try to imagine yourself in that role. Try to think of positive thoughts to be able to help you to manage that fear and self-doubt. That is why you need to do all the steps that we have talked about. You need to be able to understand the vision. You need to be able to create that roadmap. If you have all those in place, it will help you to be able to manage the fear. It's going to help you to manage that self-doubt. Another thing that we need to learn when another challenge is rejection. You need to learn how to handle rejection. Rejection can come in form of maybe when you submit an application, job application, you are not selected, or you've done the first round of interview, you receive an email that, sorry, we are moving on with another candidate. Most of the time, rejection might not be based on your person. It might just be that maybe so many people apply for that role. There's so many people with higher qualification or sort. But if you know that you have done your part, you have done your own part of the equation, then you should need to learn how to handle that rejection, how to be able to stay resilient during the transition period. Another way is seeking support. Seeking support with career coaches. You can join support group or talking to other people that have also navigated career transition, or talk to friends and family. That is another way of also building that resiliency. So I have an activity here. You're not going to write this in the chat. You know, when we started, I said you should have a pen and a paper. Just write it in your notes. And if you are not able to finish, you can just like take a screenshot of this, and after the section, you can write it. Write down one goal you want to achieve in the next 3 months towards your career transition. The goal you must make sure that the goal is a SMART goal, like we have talked about. So you can write it down now, or when after the the webinar, you can write it down. Then the third aspect of this webinar is practical tools to stand out in the job market. What are the things that you need to do to stand out in the job market? We know, like, if you see some job posting, you can see a job posting in LinkedIn, and within 1 hour, like 100 people have applied for that job. So many people are in the job market. What can you do to stand out in the job market? The first thing is to build a personal brand. You need to be able to build a brand that tell your stories, and most especially the one that is most common is LinkedIn. Some people, especially people in IT, they might have like personal websites where they can display their portfolio, or maybe if they are content creator or graphic designers, they can do some portfolio and put it on YouTube or different kind of platform. But LinkedIn is more general to everybody, so you must create a LinkedIn profile, and not just creating the LinkedIn profile. You must make sure that your LinkedIn is optimized. You must optimize your headline, your about me section, your transferable skill, your experience. It must be optimized, and you also need to be active on LinkedIn to be able to, so that you build your brand, so that when people see your resume and they want to learn more from you, they go to your LinkedIn, they will be able to learn more from you. Another tool is for you to enhance your resume and cover letter. Make sure that your resume is ATS friendly. ATS means applicant tracking system. And your resume should also be customized to each job that you are applying for. If you are applying for 5 jobs, you must use 5 different resume. One resume for one job. Don't use a generic resume. Any job, any role you are applying for, you use the particular resume. Your resume and your cover letter must be customized or must be tailored to the particular role that you are applying to. Another tool to stand out in the job market is networking. You need to learn how to network. Most of the time, through networking, you can get referrals into the role that you desire. So you must learn how to network. You can network on LinkedIn, and it's usually good to network in advance. It's not good to start your networking when you need favors from somebody, sending DM to somebody that I want you to refer me to this role. You need to do your networking well in advance, so that it will be easier for you to get referrals. You can network on LinkedIn. You must also make sure, like, you engage on LinkedIn. You can share content, comment on other people's content. If you identify people that are in the industry that you are aiming to get to, comment on their posts, like their posts, engage with them, so that they will notice you, and they will be able to go to your profile and read more about you. You can also attend informational interviews, can attend coffee chats, you can attend webinars or workshop or conferences that to meet people that are in your industry. Another tool is upskilling. Where you remember when we were talking about bridging the gap, upskilling, learning new skills, learning skills so as to be relevant. Even if you are not considering transitioning right now, in the field that you are, in the role that you are, you need to be relevant by acquiring more skills. You can acquire more skills by taking certification, taking courses. There are different platforms that you can use. There are some that are free. There are some that you have to pay for, like Coursera, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning, and so many other platforms out there. Another way to upskill is to volunteer or do freelancing to be able to gain hands-on experience. If you are going into a field that you don't really have enough experience to be able to go into that field directly, then you can start from volunteering or doing freelancing. The next one is practice interview readiness. You need to be able to know how to interview, how to express yourself through question. When they see your resume, they see your LinkedIn, and they call you for interview, you need to know how to use different methods to answer different kind of question. Then the next one is creating a career transition narrative. When you are transitioning into a new role, you should be able to explain how your previous experience or your background highlight the approach you are bringing to this role. You should be able to highlight those your transferable skills. You should be able to highlight your adaptability in moving into a new role. You should also be able to talk towards your ability to bridge that gap. You need to talk about how your past achievement is related to this new role that you are looking into, and how it is relevant to the new goals that is fitting into the role you are going to. Then in your career transitioning, you also have to be authentic. You have to be honest, and you have to be able to talk to what excites you into the new field that you are trying to go into.